So here's my June bullet journal. This June, my eldest graduates from primary school and they're going to have the dance and dresses and decorations and everything. So that's what inspired this month Bujo. I searched online for graduation theme spreads but found nothing. Just some of those silly caps, but that was it. And we don't wear that in our country. And this is primary school, so they wouldn't wear it anyway. So I just winged it. When I was a child, I never dreamt of weddings or dresses or houses or princes for that matter. But I always loved rose arches. I know I was a weird child. The most enchanting part of the Sleeping Beauty were the roses around the castle. Those illustrations sucked me in. But in the end, that's a good thing, as it's actually a lot easier for that to come true than the rest of the fairy tale. Now we have a gorgeous rose arch at our front gate. When we moved here, we soon planted the roses and everybody loves them. They smell gorgeous and bloom in June and inspired the spreads, as you will see. Here I'm showing you a close-up of how I draw the roses. There are many ways to draw a rose and they're all valid. It just depends on your style. You can draw spirals, you can just do a very graphic looking rose with straight lines and triangles, or you can do something a bit looser as I do here. The trick is to pay a little bit of attention to the composition. You don't want them to be too even. That's not how nature usually works. Let there be big and small roses and leaves in between, and don't make them look like in a grid, uniformly spread around the arch. There are places when there's more of them and places with less roses, like in nature. The blooms are usually concentrated at the top. If you'd like to see more bullet journal fun, by all means subscribe. And of course, the class of 22, just because. You'll see that I mix English and Slovene in my bujo a lot. It's just for my personal use and that's how my brain works, so I don't care. If I were ever to make a spread for others, I'll be consistent, I promise. For the front cover, I drew our rose arch as it was the graduation decoration and kids are rushing to get through it. Now rush and click the like button so others will see it as well. For my monthly, I just drew a grid and put some decorations on the side. I didn't complicate this time. I stuck to the same color palette as I had before, as you'll be able to see later when I paint everything. I added some roses at the top and left enough space for my to-do list. Here's another close-up so you can better see what I'm doing. It's not hard, just a bit tedious as there are so many roses. I counted them and there are 160 roses in this month's spreads. And it takes some time to draw them all. But I think it's worth it. It's very relaxing and meditative if you don't have to rush somewhere, of course. Now the next spread is a bit out of the box, but we plan to go to this stunningly beautiful place for that weekend and I just had to draw it. The turquoise water and white rocks and greenery is just gorgeous and I had to put it in. Now we come to the final weekend of preparations. I plan to sew my kids' dresses for the dance, and I know I should have started already, but I'm a bit of a adrenaline is the best motivator kind of person. So I will probably sew that week like crazy. They've already chosen the design of their dresses, fortunately, so I drew them. Let's call it mental preparation for tailoring. And the graduation week is here. So I just drew the scroll for the diploma or report that they get. I don't know how you call that paper that they get at the end of the primary school. And off to the roses again. Some of you might know by now that I have to have one circular spread in my bullet journal. I just love circles. So this time I chose rose wreaths for my days. More and more roses. And the last spread, also inspired by roses and the dance, I'll make my daughter rose earrings to go with the dress, so I drew some designs. And here's the whole bullet journal in black and white. So let's put some color on it. I used a lighter color for the center of the roses, sometimes yellow and sometimes just light pink, and darker red for the outside petals. For the leaves, I just mix different shades of green. I never use green straight from the pen alone. I always add some blue or yellow or brown or red to it, sometimes Payne's gray. It doesn't seem natural right out of the pen to me. It's just not my style. Now I'll leave you with some music while I paint. I promised you the turquoise water, haven't I? It's the Socha River in the Socha Valley in Slovenia, and it's crystal clear, blue-green and stunningly beautiful. If you ever get a chance to see it, I highly recommend it. For the scroll, I'm just adding some shading to the edges and to the inner part of the scroll where the light doesn't reach. And for the banner, I just painted it in this rose red and added violet to the back parts that are recessed and therefore darker. Just last details the ribbon on the diploma. And off to the roses again, so many roses. Here I made them yellowish in the center. Otherwise, painting is the same, light center and darker edges and green leaves in different shades around. And the same for the last spread, just with less roses. Here is the whole bullet journal again. If you liked it, let me know by clicking the like button and subscribe to see the next one. I make a bullet journal video every month and art related video every Friday, so stay tuned. And if you'd like to see more now, I have a whole playlist of bullet journal ideas. A bit wackier and more unusual maybe, not just flowers and the typical stuff, but you can adapt the designs to fit your theme if you're not into animals as I am. I hope you'll check it out and I hope to see you next Friday. Bye bye!